Hello everybody and welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series 2025 NC Education Lottery 200 and the 11th race of our 2025 season. Corey Heim will lead us to the green flag from pole position alongside the 45 of Caden Honeycutt as we are green and underway here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Who's going to bring home the victory here in NASCAR's hometown? We're going to find out as Corey Heim easily clears himself for the lead into turn one. How about the 7 of Kyle Busch following him through into second? Busch having a strong start to this race here as we make our way down the back straightaway for the first time tonight here in Charlotte. Heim, though, the leader, no surprise. He's led in all but one race this season. Has been absolutely dominant everywhere we go. Looking for his 5th win on the year. And a second in a row. Caution's out on the racetrack, though. We have a crash in turn 3. It is the 52 of Stuart Friesen. Got turned in the outside wall by Raja Caruth. Brandon Jones collects some damage in the one, but mainly just that one car of the one truck of Friesen getting turned in the outside wall right there. Everyone's still going to be in the race in A-OK. Friesen just loses his track position by getting spun out right there. As we got trucks going all the way down through the apron, mowing the lawn here in Charlotte, trying to merge back on the racetrack while holding their positions, racing back to the line. But it'll still be Heim time leading the way here in Charlotte, leading now his 10th of 11 races this season. Will go alongside Lane Riggs on this restart. Riggs, of course, from the area, the 34 truck now to the lead. Riggs to the lead for the first time tonight here in Charlotte. He will clear Corey Heim in the 11 as we go into turn 1. How about Caden Honeycutt, Daniel Henrik fighting for third? Do keep in mind Kyle Busch and a few other trucks, including BJ McLeod, Grant Enfinger, Friesen, all pitted, so they drop to the back of the field here. Now, a few laps later, still Riggs and Corey Heim in trouble down the back straightaway. Around goes Matt Mills, Gio Ruggiero, Jake Garcia around to the inside wall here. Slow replay. Jake Garcia just gets tagged by Tyler Ankrum. That spins him right up into Matt Mills. Nowhere for Ruggiero to go. Both those trucks get collected into the inside wall. Goes to 42. Garcia able to save it as well as Ruggiero. Then up here we got a big crash. Jack Wood is upside down, barrel rolling end over end into turn 3. A hellacious crash as Jack Wood got stacked up by the 38 of Chandler Smith. Turned by Frankie Muniz. Then he got flipped over as they entered the banking by Tanner Gray and Stephen Parsons. And then, Kyle Busch just piled in and got T-boned by Spencer Boyd. BJ McLeod collected Matt Crafton. So here's a full replay of the whole incident here. Yeah, Ankrum sending Matt Mills, Garcia, and Ruggiero around to the inside wall. And then up ahead, the vicious incident with Jack Wood barrel rolling end over end here. Here's another view of that. See, the 38 just comes up in front of him. That cost him to get turned by Muniz. Then the weight shift as well as the contact from Muniz sends him barrel rolling in a hellacious flip. And of course, Kyle Busch gets ARCA braked by Spencer Boyd, piles into Matt Crafton. And sadly, Kyle Busch and BJ McLeod will both be done for the night here in those Spire trucks. The 7 and the 07 both out of the race, as is Tanner Gray, Spencer Boyd, Jack Wood, Dawson Sutton, and the 22 truck, driven by Mason Maggio. So Lane Riggs gets on the restart, gets the lead, and will clear the 44 of Ross Chastain as Riggs continues to lead this race. So yeah, Kyle Busch back-to-back 31st place finishes. Now he's looking for in the truck. His caution is out a little bit later. Matt Crafton, smoke trailing out the back of that truck. Big damage to the 88. Crafton is going to be done for the night here in Charlotte. He will join the list of destroyed race trucks so far here tonight. Now it'll be Riggs and Heim on the front row, as we are pretty much at the halfway point here through stage number 1, as Heim tries to get the lead away here from Lane Riggs and try to bring home his 3rd stage win of the season, which will tie Raja Caruth for most among drivers in the field. So you see the trucks out of the race there. BJ McLeod out in 30th, Crafton out there 27th. So now a few laps later, Heim in the lead, but here comes Lane Riggs to the inside. Riggs sends it, puts Heim up the racetrack, almost doors the 11 into the wall, being extremely aggressive. And Lane Riggs back to the front once again, doing what it takes here to get the lead with 7 to go in stage 1. Riggs leads over Heim and Honeycutt. And a few laps later, here comes Caden Honeycutt in the 45. The rookie to the inside of Lane Riggs for the race lead here with just 4 to go in stage 1. Don't count the 11 of Heim. Honeycutt up the track. Him and Riggs will have to lift. Corey Heim gets a wide open inside lane, sends it in. Almost 3 wide for the lead right there. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Honeycutt, Riggs side by side for the lead here in Charlotte. Some great racing to start this one. Riggs leads that lap, still side by side into one. Honeycutt, oh, gets a little bit tight, gets up the racetrack, opens the door for the 11, and here comes Corey Heim, and now they're 3 wide for the lead here in Charlotte. Corey Heim, Caden Honeycutt making contact, door banging down the whole back straightaways. They both go by Riggs into 3 and 4, and Heim takes the lead. What a move by the 11 of Corey Heim, and Lane Riggs is into the wall, losing a ton of positions here at a crucial time. Now just 2 to go on the stage, and now we are on the final corner of stage 1, and with that move, that is going to get Corey Heim his 3rd stage win of the season. Corey Heim going to win stage 1 here in Charlotte, followed by Chandler Smith, Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt, and Parker Kligerman in the top 5. Then Luke Fenhouse, Lane Riggs, Hemrick, Andres Perez, and Jake Garcia the top 10. So Corey Heim now ties Raja for most stage wins this season with 3 for him, 3 for Raja. Now on to stage 2 here in Charlotte. Heim restarts alongside the 75 of Parker Kligerman. Having a great run here so far tonight. Going to get his first lap led of the night. And going to try to battle Heim for this race. Easing off into turn 1. The 11 has been the dominant truck pretty much every single track we have gone to here this season, showing that once again here in Charlotte, as he's going to get a nice run down this back straightaway. Still going to be side drafting Kligerman though. 75 not going to go down easy. Of course, Kligerman always trying to get the best finish he can. Majeski though falls in behind Heim, and now the 11 of Corey Heim will easily clear Parker Kligerman. Corey Heim to the racing field. Slater Chastain in the wall, sideways to 44. We got trucks wrecking in the back. That's Tyler Ankrum around in the 18. The caution comes. Tyler Ankrum hits that bump in turn 1 that everybody's been hitting today. Sends him around into the outside wall. Matt Mills gets some damage. Cody Dennison back there. Then Chastain hit that same bump. Almost triggered a huge crash. Luckily, he's the only one that loses control and gets into the outside wall. He's going to be able to continue just fine. He just lost some track position there. So a little wild turn of events there. Brings out another yellow here, as it will continue to be Corey Heim leading Parker Kligerman. These two will once again be the leaders here on this restart. This time Kligerman gets the better restart, easily going to clear Corey Heim, and Parker Kligerman will take the lead here in Charlotte away from Corey Heim and Ty Majeski here, who are right there behind him. As we work our way here through turns 1 and 2. Heim, though, such a great run and exit at turn 2. Going to be already swinging his way to the inside of Kligerman, going to take that lead back. That truck and that driver are just something else, man. Tricon Garage have something special with Corey Heim, and he is once again showing that race-winning pace, easily beating Parker Kligerman on exit of the corner. Drag race to the line. That would have been an incredible finish if that was the last lap right there. They gave Kligerman the edge right there, but this time in turn 1, Heim will easily get clear for the position number 1. And behind his trouble again, another spin. That's Luke Fenhouse, hits the bump and gets himself turned to the outside wall by Matt Mills. Caution out once again, as turn 1 and 2 seem to be calamity corner with that big bump in the center of the corner, just sending trucks up into the wall like crazy. Now it is Corey Heim and Ty Majeski on this restart. This time the 98 of Majeski going to get their good restart and lead his first lap of the night and clear Corey Heim. So now your defending Truck Series champion Ty Majeski leads the field here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now the ensuing lap, Corey Heim gets right back to the inside of the 98 thanks to a good push here from Chandler Smith. And Corey Heim back to the lead here in Charlotte. Going to clear Ty Majeski thanks to some help from the 38 of Chandler Smith. And Heim looks to drive away here with the race. Leaves it going to turn 1 in this oh so dangerous bump that has gotten so many trucks tonight. And it's going to get some more. Around goes Tyler Ankrum. There goes Caden Honeycutt, collected. Big checkup. Honeycutt able to get slowed down, and then Kligerman drives right into the nose of Honeycutt. No idea what Kligerman was doing right there. Should have just gone slower and would have reduced damage. That was a pretty hard hit there. And then Kligerman gets absolutely destroyed by Frankie Muniz coming in with the ARCA brakes. And that's going to take out Kligerman and Muniz out of this race. And Honeycutt, who had a top 5 truck for sure, has significant damage and is not going to be the same the rest of the way, as it will continue to be Ty Majeski and Corey Heim the front row. Once again, Ty Majeski easily gets the jump on Corey Heim and clears himself for the race lead. As I mentioned, with Kligerman being out, he'll finish in 25th. Frankie Muniz 26th. Caden Honeycutt currently 1 lap down off the pace. Now the ensuing lap, here comes Heim to the inside of Majeski. The battle for the lead continues here to turn 1. Here comes Corey Heim once again. He gets back to the race lead, and they're wrecking again behind him. There goes Friesen, Matt Mills, and Timmy Hill. And more carnage. Justin Carroll gets a piece of it. And another incident here over that dangerous bump in turn 1. Ankrum this time gets Timmy Hill, and then Enfinger sends it in, cleaning out Friesen and Matt Mills. Friesen collects Justin Carroll right there at the end. And another yellow here in Charlotte. Corey Heim this time going to beat Majeski for that race lead. And we will continue on here in Charlotte, trying to get to the end of stage 2 as Heim and Majeski once again the front row. This time Majeski does not have a big of a jump as he's had the last 2 restarts. This will allow Heim to get right to the inside and should allow him to take this lead back here tonight in Charlotte. So you see the 18 of Tyler Ankrum was taken out last track, so the 18 going to end up in 24th tonight, and that continues. Tyler Ankrum's just rough stretch of races, no consistency, no finishes. Going to be way below that cut line as Corey Heim gets to the inside of Ty Majeski here in turn 3, still side by side for the lead here in Charlotte. Great racing between Ty Majeski, Corey Heim, and Daniel Hemrick. So Heim and Majeski continue to do this battle for the race lead. Can Heim get him here into turn 1? We're going to find out. That dangerous bump works out in the favor of Heim, causes Majeski to lift, and Corey Heim back to the race lead here in Charlotte, looking to sweep the stages, which only Raja Caruth has done this season. Here we go, final lap of stage 2. Lane Riggs has clawed his way right to the back bumper of Corey Heim, but Heim looking to hold him back here to bring home his 4th stage win of the season, which would now be series leading, and of course sweep the stages for the first time this season for that number 11 truck through 3 and 4 for the final time of this stage. Riggs does not enough momentum to make a move, and down the front straightaway, get out the broom. Corey Heim sweeps the stages, winning stage 2 here in Charlotte. Lane Riggs, Daniel Hemrick, Ty Majeski, and Raja Caruth the top 5, followed by Jake Garcia, Ross Chastain, Ben Rhodes, Andres Perez, and Chandler Smith the top 10. So Corey Heim, in a dominant performance so far, sweeps the stages here in Charlotte. Now we're going to move on to the 3rd and final stage of racing, where caution comes out for Tony Bradinger and Justin Carroll, crashing in turn 2 to bring out the caution. And so these 2 go around. Both trucks should still be in this race. No significant damage. Both guys still good. Corey Heim still leading the race here on lap 91. And we'll have another restart with Heim and Majeski, the front row once again. This time the 98 going to get the jump once again. This time Majeski will clear Corey Heim once again here for the race lead, as he will try to get his 2nd win of the season in his title defense here as Corey Heim, but he knows that 11 truck has been the best all night long. Corey Heim showing that to him once more, getting to the inside, making the pass here in turn 1, and right back to the lead goes Corey Heim here on lap 97, gets by Ty Majeski, and he is your new leader. A few laps later, Tony Bradinger again with huge damage, smoke pouring out the back of that truck. It looks like her solid top 15 run will come to an end tonight with some heavy damage, possibly Cody Dennison and the 2 truck also involved, and that will really shake things up here in Charlotte. Corey Heim, though, still going to be the leader, and a caution has come out again. This time, Ty Majeski with 25 to go. The 98 big issues. Huge damage trailing out the back of that truck. Ty Majeski done for the night, who is top 5 pretty much the whole night. He is out. Majeski will end up in 21st, just ahead of Tony Bradinger in 22nd and Cody Dennison in 23rd. So these are the 20 trucks in this race. Corey Heim alongside Ross Chastain for the lead on this restart. And the 11 of Heim will easily clear Ross Chastain on exit of 2 for the race lead. Corey Heim back in control here in Charlotte, looking to drive away. And a caution came out because the 1 of Brandon Jones got taken out in turn 1, Calamity Corner. And so that will put him out of this race in 20th, leaving us with 19 trucks in this race, as now it's Corey Heim battling Lane Riggs for the lead and for the win with just 11 laps to go here in Charlotte. Here comes Ross Chastain, 3 wide for the win here in Charlotte. Who is it going to be? Lane Riggs, Corey Heim, Ross Chastain putting it all on the line in this final stage as they go into 3 and 4, coming to 9 to go, or 10 to go this time. By Heim puts Riggs up in the fence, into the wall. The dominant truck of the night in the wall. Corey Heim and Lane Riggs, and Ross Chastain is away. He is through for the lead. 10 to go. Chastain in control in Charlotte. A huge catastrophic mistake from Corey Heim. And now with 2 laps to go, Heim has climbed his way back from 8th, now taking 2nd place away from Chandler Smith. But can he get by Ross the Boss Chastain in the 44, who executed absolutely perfectly this final 10 laps and is driving away, but Corey Heim is closing back in. Big push from the 38 of Chandler Smith into 3 and 4 as Heim trying to get close enough to generate a run to make the pass for the win. White flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank in Charlotte. Ross Chastain leading, Corey Heim charging there behind him into 1 and 2. The 11 right to the back bumper but not quite enough momentum yet. Chastain doing a tremendous job of blocking the 11 behind him. Can Heim complete the dominant performance, or can Chastain steal this one in Charlotte into 3 and 4 for the final time? Heim to the inside, Chastain up to the top of the racetrack. Heim gets a run to the rear quarter panel, but Chastain shuts the door on him, and Ross Chastain steals it in Charlotte. He wins. Corey Heim second, Daniel Hemrick third, Raja Caruth and Lane Riggs the top 5. What a finish. Ross Chastain gets his 4th career Craftsman Truck Series win, leading 10 of the final laps for a total of 15 on the night, and steals this one from the dominant truck of Corey Heim. First win for Nice Motorsports this season goes to Ross Chastain. What a finish. And here are your final race results here from Charlotte. Chastain the winner. Corey Heim, oh so close to a perfect race, comes home in second. Daniel Hemrick, Raja Caruth, and Lane Riggs round out the top 5. Chandler Smith, Andres Perez, Gio Ruggiero, Luke Fenhouse, and Connor Mozak the top 10. Sees the rest are good there. Caden Honeycutt coming home 2 laps down in 19th. Did snag the Xfinity Fastest Lap Award tonight. That gets him that bonus point. Then, of course, the trucks who crashed out. Ty Majeski, who was so strong. Ankrum, Kligerman, Kyle Busch, who never really got a chance to race tonight. They all get taken out, and now we see the ramifications of that in our updated Craftsman Truck Series playoff standings. 11 races down, 7 to go in the regular season. We remain at 5 winners locked in the playoffs. Daniel Hemrick has a very, very comfortable 112-point cushion at the cut line. Ben Rhodes looking great at plus 70. Enfinger now with plus 35 to the cut line, and even Jake Garcia and Stuart Friesen have a little bit of a buffer at plus 24 and plus 22 respectively, which leaves Tanner Gray now below the cut line, 22 points below Stuart Friesen. Then Caden Honeycutt and Gio Ruggiero continue to climb their way slowly up the standings into playoff conversation. So congrats to Ross the Boss Chastain stealing the win from Corey Heim tonight here in Charlotte. Next episode, we will be in Nashville. So as we end this episode, as always, I want to shout out my channel members. So thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate your guys' support. It means a lot to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. So those of you that are watching this video and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and I really, really appreciate it. If you want to get your shout out here at the end of the video and become a paid channel member, link is in the description down below. Until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.